Hey man, I wasn't trying to hear that. In the streets, this was my older brother. In the studio, I was his older.
Pimp would have accepted a Jay-Z verse to be of equal value to him.
He showed you a tape that would probably break the internet in today's world.
She's a big time R&B. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of big time R&B back then. You know, I ain't gonna call them bitches women. You know, you had Mary J. Blige, you had Beyonce.
Go. You won't believe the latest tea-making waves. An old tape featuring Beyoncé and Pimp C has resurfaced, and word on the street is that Queen BA is shook. This isn't the polished Beyoncé we all know. This footage is stirring up major buzz, and the internet can't stop talking about it. Stick around, because we're about to break down all the details on this shocking revelation that could change everything you thought you knew about her. HA interview.
Pimp C's affair with Beyoncé, saying that there's a tape Jay-Z took out Pimp C. I was just listening to there's one of their songs the other day, him and Bun B. I think it was with Outkast. Y'all know the song I'm talking about. Y'all know the song. I'm gonna check this video out, man. I know this is about to get wild and crazy. Whether this stuff is true or not, I don't know. But when you're dealing with these evil souls, as I like to call them, you never know. All right, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Girl, let me put you on to some tea about a Beyoncé you've probably never seen. We're talking about BA before the crown, before the flawless Instagram posts, and before she ruled every red carpet with perfection. A recently surfaced tape is showing a whole different side of her, and trust me, it's got people talking. Picture this. A young, wild, and unfiltered Beyoncé, rolling with a crew that would have her PR team sweating bullets today, late nights, questionable company, and behavior that would make even Mama Tina throw some serious side-eye. And who's right there with her? None other than Pimp C. For those who don't know, Pimp C was a Southern rap legend, one half of UGK, a man with massive influence and a reputation for keeping it real. And from the looks of things, young Bey was right there, soaking it all in. So what's got everyone buzzing? The rumors about this tape are flying. Some say it shows Beyoncé partying harder than we've ever seen, maybe even too hard. Others claim she's saying things that don't exactly align with the polished, family-friendly image she has today. And let's not even start on the way she's acting around Pimp C. Because let's just say, some serious eyebrows are being raised.
And he tried, he said, well, Pimp had this video, X-rated videotape, and everybody went and ran with who they thought this person was. Mm-hmm. And with what I'm about to say, you can kind of decipher it. Oh, that's why you get people like the conspiracy theorists, right. Oh, Bun did it, Bun had something to do with it. Jay-Z. It was on Jay-Z's birthday, so Jay-Z must have had something to do with it. We kind of want to stop all that. Bun ain't gonna speak up for herself at all.
He ain't, but Bun also did say that this wasn't no natural situation that could, Nah, he said that from the beginning. So,
yes.
Why would he put keep the case open?
But the coroner's report did say it was natural.
Yeah, no, Bun was never.
No.
So why would a man keep that?
Active.
Insinuate to keep it active.
Yes. So you get so much. We did an interview with Pimp Ken.
Yeah, shout out
Pimp Ken. He was trying to one up me on the Pimp C stories. Yeah, he was on Boss Talk.
Yeah, how I go. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he was trying to one up me, and he tried. He said, well, Pimp had this video, X-rated videotape, and everybody went and ran with who they thought this person was. Mm-hmm. And with what I'm about to say, you can kind of decipher it. Oh, that's why Jay-Z killed him. Oh. Well, no one's name was ever mentioned. No one ever said anything, but people took it upon themselves to put a name on it, put an address on that, you know what I mean?
And made it a fact.
Oh, made it a fact. I look in these comments, they be like, well, this happened. Yeah. This happened. I was like, damn, don't you know that was me on the video, right?
Yeah,
how you telling me?
I was there.
Right.
They'll tell you, come on.
So, but I can't put myself in their their shoes because I don't think like them. You know what I'm saying? I've always thought like a artist or someone in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do know how some of the fans will act. You know what I mean? They'll own that shit and they'll stand on it. And it's hard to. I had somebody in the comments say, "Damn, they believe what Edgar said, but they said, damn, I really like the Bun B Jay-Z narrative."
Yep.
You wanted
I'm gonna run with that one.
You wanted it to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't, Bun don't need nobody taking care of him. Yeah. Because he's a grown man. But I've always been, trying to be like a protector of people that I'm emotionally attached to. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you. I'm not gonna, if somebody says something negative to you, I'll be like, say, man, that nigga ain't like that. You know what I mean? And same thing with videos. If you come on our platform and you say something negative about somebody, I'll be like, really, bro? You know what I'm saying? Why are you putting my family in the middle of this?
It's funny because shout out Clear Motion Films, Raheem. He had left out of here just a second ago.
Yes.
And people were upset like, wait, why did Clear Motion Films go on there and talk all that crazy stuff about real life? I'm like, man, we told him to.
Oh yeah,
we told him to go do it.
Yeah.
He said, man, make the interview interesting, man.
Yeah.
Say you created us or something.
But people don't understand. They don't understand the
they love this. It's a smoke and mirrors game, but for someone to go with the smoke and the mirrors, I'm like, wow.
They want it to be the smoke and the mirrors.
I'm telling
Charlamagne used to say something.
What's
that shit Charlamagne used to say? Why believe the truth when the lies
sweeter?
Yeah. So
you think you know Beyoncé? Think again. This leak tape is shaking the internet and threatening to unravel the carefully crafted image she's built over the years. From her humble Houston beginnings to becoming a global icon, Beyoncé's transformation has been nothing short of legendary. But now, this footage is raising serious questions. The Beyoncé we know today is all about polish and perfection. Every interview, every red carpet look, every Instagram post meticulously planned, she's mastered the art of appearing flawless. But the Beyoncé on this tape, a whole different story. Back then, she was unfiltered, carefree, and unapologetically herself. It's the opposite of the poised, powerhouse performer serving us lemonade and black excellence today. This tape? It's a wrecking ball, exposing a raw, messy, and unexpected side of Beyoncé. Think about her most iconic moments. Her VMA pregnancy reveal, her perfect Coachella performance, all choreographed to perfection. But this footage is anything but planned. Now the biggest question is, can Beyoncé's team protect her image, or will this tape rewrite everything we thought we knew about her?
He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s. And one day, Asner, Kushner, Diddy and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact, they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was, rambunctious, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same. One just a little quieter with his shit.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They were just talking. They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls. They little skinny white girls.
And I mean, did he always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah. He was. They worked it out.
Was there a reason behind it?
I couldn't tell you the reason behind it. It was probably because Big had died. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know why he wanted Ja Rule to go at Jay. I guess if he kept them beefing or kept them into some bullshit, he could rise up in between both of them.
The streets are talking and the tea is hot. Word is this leaked tape shows Beyoncé throwing back drinks, using language that would shock her current fans, and getting way too comfortable with Pimp C and his crew. It's a far cry from the Beyoncé we know today, the one who won't even let people take pictures of her at parties. This is a glimpse of young, hungry Beyoncé, the one who wasn't afraid to do whatever it took to make it in the game. Now, her team is in full crisis mode, scrambling to control the damage. Maybe they'll brush it off, saying she was just a young girl having fun. Or maybe they'll play the sympathy card, talking about the struggles she faced coming up in the industry. But here's the real tea. They're calling in favors, threatening lawsuits, and even trying to buy the tape to keep it under wraps. The problem? Once something hits the internet, it's out there forever. Fans are already dissecting every second of the footage, looking for anything they can use against her. And it doesn't stop there. This tape isn't just shaking up Beyoncé's image, it's bringing up old industry drama. You know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Who knows what other secrets might come to light because of this?
That Jay-Z does not play when handling business, and he is always ready to get dirty if need be, at least according to what we've heard in recent times. It's also amusing how nice and diplomatic he can be when it's all said and done. His interview with LeBron about DMX's passing was a perfect example. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently as to what happened to Pimp C because of all this Diddy mess. Now, word on the street is that he met his untimely demise because he had a beef with Jay and an alleged affair with Queen Bey, Jay's wife. A lot of fans think it wasn't an affair, but what topped it off was the fact that there was a rumor that he had Beyoncé on tape doing the goodie and having a good time. In an interview with Pimp C's closest aide, they had this to say.
Let's go back. You had mentioned Pimp C earlier. With that being said, did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marvin. You done seen it. Marvin seen it.
Tell him who it is.
Hey, man, tell him who it is. I wish we still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C tape.
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time.
The rumors of Beyoncé's tape from an affair she had with someone in the industry wouldn't sit well with Jay.
I'm just, whenever I hear stuff like this, like people going on interviews talking about this, like at the end of the day, what will they gain from it? You know? Or is it just to be like, I was the one to break the news? Because you already know these people pass each other around like, yeah. Y'all should know that. So it wouldn't shock me at all. But damn, if that's the reason he got taken out, that's a whole nother
Jay-Z with it. And he is well known to handle business whichever way he sees fit. But even if that's just speculation, what is really wild is the fact that Jay and Pimp C actually used to be close until they were suddenly not. Jay and Pimp even had a collaboration with Jay-Z on his Timbaland-produced Big Pimpin' in 2000, which went on to be a big hit. The song went on to reach platinum status, but there was allegedly a clash of heads between Jay-Z and Pimp C multiple times behind the scenes. Pimp C was initially hesitant to work with Jay because he felt he didn't show show respect to Tupac, and Pimp was known among his peers to not condone any Tupac disrespect.
Pimp used to have a picture on his wall of Tupac. And whenever you would ask him something that required deep thought, he would look at the picture. And it would be like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm asking Pac what he think. He was very, very aligned in with the personality of Tupac, not really the musician, but the character of Tupac, the personality, and how he carried himself as a man in the world and in the culture. And if it was something that Pimp thought that Tupac wouldn't do, Pimp wouldn't do it.
According to Greg Taylor, manager of UGK at the time, he said Rockefeller's Dame Dash cut a check of $1 million to collaborate with Pimp C, and he just straight out told them to give it to Tupac's mother.
I said, but right now, I got $1 million check for you. No, we wanted $100,000. I was just like, who's that with? I said, with Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm watching Dan with the checkbook, he writing out. He was like, ain't that with, over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check and go give it to Tupac mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my... I was like, what?
It took a lot of convincing and persuading before Pimp C decided to work on Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z, according to Too Short.
Like literally, he was like, me, Tupac, I ain't doing shit. That was a law.
I didn't know none of this.
It was not to be compromised. And if you hear the stories about how they got him on Big Pimpin', it was a lot of back and forth. I was one of the people saying, man, just do it, do it. Do it.
But there was more to the beef between Jay and Pimp C, and that was the alleged relationship he had with Beyoncé. Later on, a rumor about an alleged tape with Bey and Pimp featured started floating around. Pimpin' Ken confirmed this in an interview, but he stopped short of putting names on it out of respect to Pimp.
With that being said, did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marvin. You done seen it. Marvin seen it.
Tell him who it is.
Hey, man, tell him who it is. I wish we still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C tape.
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, you know, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he'd have a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it, but if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a billionaire, man. Boy, hey, whoever it was, they had to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man.
Y'all know that Pimp C's death was a very mysterious one. While the coroners and the cops believed it was an OD, a lot of Pimp's friends and associates who saw his body believed otherwise. And there has been this crazy rumor that this alleged video is what got Pimp C. Too Short, a very close friend and business associate of Pimp C, didn't agree with the official reports about the circumstances of Pimp's death. He felt there was more to it, and it was crazy that someone he had a great time with just 48 hours prior could just die of an OD.
My guy Pimp C,
right,
who was like my little brother and who I saw probably 48 hours before he passed.
Wow.
And I was supposed to meet up with him the day I don't know when he passed, but that Saturday he came to my show. And Saturday we said, let's go dinner tomorrow. And then Sunday we got on the phone and he was like, man, I'm busy. I'm like, damn, I'm busy. We couldn't meet up. Then Monday, I didn't talk to him, and then Tuesday, they found him. And
wow.
I'm like, so right off the rip, I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, what happened? And all I get back is, well, he was in his room by himself, and they found him. I'm like, what happened to my guy?
Right.
And then they come out with the official. It was a mixture of some stuff, the prescription and something else or something that I don't really know. But with me, I never really heard.
It's always weird with like celebrity deaths. There's always, you know, and that's why I say us on the outside looking in, we don't know these people, we don't know what they do behind closed doors. But like when people are like close to them and they're confused, you know what I mean? Like, just imagine how we feel. But I didn't know none of this at all about him and Beyonce.